Okay, I'm making a series of videos about how to start a fruit orchard. Now I'm going to talk about what kind of fruits you can actually grow successfully in the climate for Britain. If you are living in a different region, probably that will be different for you. So just this is for Britain, and mostly I'm talking about southern Britain. But if you are living in northern latitudes, consider a little bit, difference in the temperature, slightly 1 or 2 weeks, up to 10 days difference between our climate and yours in northern latitude, north of England and the Scotland. Just slightly in the Wales also, because it's higher, so you will have slightly different weather forms, weather patterns. So what I'm talking about, the fruits that you can grow in Britain are actually surprisingly quite a large number of fruits. You can grow peach. This is the peach tree that is actually resistant to the peach leaf curl. I planted it this year, 2015, and it gave me fruits, several fruits this year. And as you see, it was quite a small, odd shape. Now it is doing well relatively. So you can grow peach. What in Britain we can do easily is to grow something like apple. Apple is the easiest crop you can grow in Britain. And this is the first year of this apple tree. It has given me lots of apples. Beautiful, juicy, lovely apple. This is called Red Falstaff. You can grow all kind of varieties of apple. You will be surprised how much the taste differs. The amount of the juice they have, the taste of it, the spiciness, it's a world on its own. And you may find some of my own videos useful on this. I have lots of videos about apples. I have a lot of other videos that I've yet to upload. I try to actually make my YouTube channel a resource for anybody who wants to actually use it as a visual encyclopedia of gardening and horticulture, and having an orchard if they like. Okay, this is a series of videos I'm making about how to start an orchard or just plant a few trees for yourself. And this one I'm talking about the fruit trees that you can grow in Britain. We live in the southern part of the Britain, but if you live in the northern latitudes, like in northern England, Lake District, in Scotland, in the Outer Hebrides and Inner Hebrides, and in Wales, you must adjust it for 1 or 2 weeks, 10 days or something like that. The weather is quite uniform, slightly colder in the northern latitudes or in higher altitudes, like in mountains of Wales. But what I say here is you can generalize it or find varieties that are suitable for your climate. If I know about that, I will share the information with you. So, what you're talking about is the varieties of the fruits. Surprisingly, you have a lot of choices for that. Even you can grow something like peach in Britain. Peaches are actually a subtropical fruit tree. It grows in the latitudes much lower than ours, in 30 to 40 degrees north and south. So there are varieties that you can grow in Britain easily, like this Avalon Pride, which is actually peach leaf curl resistant variety. Another variety of the tree that you can grow, and is quite very common, and there are so many of them. The most common, actually, I can say, is apples. Apples are the most common fruit tree you can grow in Britain. You can grow there are hundreds of the different varieties of apple, different taste, different stages of ripeness, colors, and Britain is really rich in that sense, as many other regions of the world also who are rich in this kind of things. So you can grow your own apple, and apples are really rewarding, easy to grow, most of them, and so you can easily end up with the best possible tree and fruit to enjoy. Another variety of the tree that you can grow is pears. Pears are suited to our climate. You can grow pears like this one, which is a Concord pear, trouble-free, disease resistance, very good, rewarding tree. Or you can grow early ones like Beth, or you can grow late ones like some of the other ones, Santa, and there are so many of them. I have some videos about it. Another kind of fruit you can grow in Britain, and is quite actually was common in Britain. Even during the Romans, I think the Romans introduced it here, is cherries. Cherries are very easy to grow in Britain. The only problem is that you have to protect them. If you live in the urban areas, if you have an allotment living in urban areas, or you live in areas that there are a lot of birds, you have to protect them by bird nets. So that's the only problem. But if you do that, you get a very good result, and you can enjoy it every year. This one is resistant.